Today here at Stanford, we gathered students with Filipino roots to discuss and talk about their heritage. I think it's important to hear what the younger generation have to say about being a Filipino in this new millennium. We're meeting with James's brother Jason and his wife Grace for dinner. They live in Fremont, that's about 20 minutes from Stanford. We love seeing them whenever we visit.
It's always good to see my brother every time we visit the Bay Area. The food was fantastic and we all had an amazing time.
To culminate the Stanford Family Weekend, we decided to join a campus tour. So we all met at the Francis Arrillaga Alumni Center, and that's where everybody met to go on a tour.
So happy to be here.
There were different groups taking the tour, and each group had their own tour guide.
Now they just accept
So just a little bit about myself. My name is Judy. I'm a junior here at Stanford, majoring in bioengineering. I hope you all have enjoyed your time here. And I'm guessing you've seen the campus a little bit, as you're all families. But we will start slowly walking.
You know, looking around, there are just so many memories here at Stanford. You know, I met my wife Tess here, we got married here, Jana was born here at the Stanford Lucille Packard Hospital, and now, sort of completing that whole thing, Jana goes to school here.
this whole thing.
Yeah, these are all new.
Over there, like in this.
And this is new. William Hewlett and David Packard were both Stanford students, and you can see their names on their giant building. If you don't know who they are the famous Hewlett-Packard brand. And yes, they went to Stanford. So James and I also got married at the Stanford Memorial Church, and we went inside, and there's so many memories, and it's so special to be there with our kids.
Yeah, it's a really nice area. I think on a day like today.
Protect you, man.
During our campus tour, guess who we bumped into? Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. Their daughter also goes to Stanford. It was so amazing. So we took a photo together. You'll never know who you'll bump into at Stanford.
It's just so cool to see Tim McGraw, you know, take his cowboy hat and then has this Stanford cap.
Took his cowboy hat off for the weekend.
Now, we just need to meet Zac Efron.
But don't worry, it's gonna happen. And we're gonna get Dwayne Johnson as your commencement speaker.
Austin and I finally decided that it is time to break down the wall. And we are talking about the annoying wall that is in between my living room and kitchen. So we are moving into Tessa's house, hopefully not too long, but she's been gracious enough to take me, Austin, baby Owen, and my 3 dogs and cat at her house. Originally, we were supposed to only be there for about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. It ended up doubling, and we had to stay for about like 6 to 7 weeks. Not entirely the contractor's fault. Our contractor was great, but in true renovating fashion, and everyone was telling me this, it's the fact that you end up adding things that you didn't anticipate. And so yeah, we ended up adding, and now we basically have a whole new house. So the good news is we are almost done. A couple things though that we have to still figure out and just iron out some details. So one is the door. Hey babe.
What's up?
I picked a paint palette from Home Depot yesterday when you were working. I want to paint this door because now I don't think that it matches with the rest of the house. Since the floors are gray, we're kind of going with like a grayish tone, and I think a blue would look good.
Okay.
We really want to paint the door. It used to be brown, but now that's no longer the color scheme of the house. So we need to decide which of these blues to paint the door. And then the other thing that we've got to decide on is the countertop. And I think we're going to go with a white countertop that has nice little sparklies in it. I think that'll go really nice with the look of the house. What I like is, I think if you look at it, you know, if you're standing at the front door, it looks focal, it looks bright,
Yeah.
but not too messy because the little stones in it aren't too big.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, so we'll put the big faucet here. The farmhouse sink, the
What
white
color? White?
one. Yeah.
What's the benefit of white?
There's no benefit, it just looks nicer.
Okay. Finally, we went to Home Depot. We took baby Owen with us, and we picked the perfect color of blue for our door.
What's the difference between red, blue, and yellow? Red, stay alert. Blue gets you a good night's sleep after a long day of work. Yellow, your daily micronutrients for your brain. It's that simple. Why Lively? Because it works.
Lively is now sold at Amazon, mbeautyclinic.com, and lively.com.
Who do I trust with all my skincare needs? I trust Dr. Tess. I only want the best. America's favorite dermatologist, Dr. Tess. Absolutely no regrets. Be your best at M Beauty by Dr. Tess.
Your best at M Beauty by Dr. Tess. All in the family with Dr. Tess.
No, 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 no. That's dirty, that's dirty. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Let me stop. Your feet stinky? Oh my god, it's so stinky. Oh, what? Don't be mad. You want cookie? Come here. Hang on. You want a cookie? You want cheese? Or cookie? Cheerios? You want Cheerios? Here. Okay, why don't you eat a little bit? You seem hungry. Does Owen want cookie? Oh yeah. We're going to H Cabinet. You can get really great deals there, and they have a big variety of different types of countertops. And so we took baby Owen with us, and we made a decision, and we're finally ordering them.
I think it's that one.
Yeah. This one. So how many slabs do you need?
2.
2 what? 2 by 9s?
Yeah. That's the one?
Yeah. Finally, we went to Home Depot and we picked the perfect color of blue for our door.
Owen, come here. Come here.
Oh, I thought he was going
Crazy boy.
Okay, let's go here. Let's look at paint.
Here, give him a. Here, Owen, you can have this.
Ooh, thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Lastly, I just want to take a minute just to thank Tess and James for having my whole family with all of my rescue animals at her house. I really appreciate it. You guys were such gracious hosts, and hopefully we don't have to do it again anytime soon. So thank you.
Since it's our last day here at Stanford, we treated the kids to a small shopping spree at the Stanford Mall. Oh, is Pampas a churrasqueria?
Oh yeah, we should eat an all-you-can-eat.
Yeah.
Go all-you-can-eat.
I can't do all you can eat anymore today. Is this men? No, this is women. No, this is women. Where's the man? Oh, come on. How about greens, man?
What, orange or orange?
Looks big. No, it's not. Put it on. It's just slightly bigger.
Michael needed a new jacket. He's been wearing that same one forever.
Tiniest bit too big.
What size is the one that you have?
XL and kids.
Oh, so you're in between. Yeah.
Dang it!
Oh, this is.
Maybe there's an extra small in men's, maybe?
No!
Hold on. This is a small.
Yeah, I think they do extra small.
Extra small.
It is great. And it has pockets on the inside.
I think it's reversible.
It's not. That's what I
No,
thought.
but there's no other pocket.
No,
it is
reversible.
I thought you said it wasn't.
No, it's reversible. Look, because there's
Watch this.
because there's this.
Yeah, look.
That's what I said.
So you just
I
gotta
told
take
you,
this
I
off.
could.
You just gotta take
Yeah, just take that off. That's required by law to have it. Sell it.
We finally found the right one, and it looked really good.
No, yeah, the zipper's double. You should look at the zipper.
And I got myself a black vest.
What? Nice, Gina.
But I wish it's not a zipper though.
She's a bumblebee.
Then I wanted to go to Vans to get a pair of new sneakers.
Like my foot starts up here.
Yeah.
I like these. It's like a hidden platform.
Oh, they're really comfy.
Okay, let's go. Sit. I always like to make time for my kids. It's these little moments that matter so much.
It's always good to have my mom and dad visiting. Oh yeah, and Michael.
Between you and me, I feel most confident when I know I look my best. And this makes a difference in business. There can only be one. My family and I only trust Dr. Tez. M Beauty by Dr. Tez.
You're at your best at M Beauty by Dr. Tess.
You know, I've heard so much about Dr. Tess. Stanford University Medical School graduate and America's favorite dermatologist. She invented the time machine procedure. It's like turning back time. And who doesn't want that? Maybe I finally discovered the fountain of youth. We'll see. I have a photograph of Dr. Tess from 10 years ago. Tignan natin if this time machine procedure really works.
Hi, Ariel.
Hi. Wow, there really is a big difference. In fact, you look much younger now.
Thanks, Ariel. If you want to look your very best, come visit us at one of our M Beauty clinics. Magkita po tayo.
Did you hear that? If you want to look your best, simply lang. Visit M Beauty by Dr. Tess.
You're at your best at M Beauty by Dr. Tess.
And
I'm so blessed to have a successful career in show business and be a wife and a mother at the same time. After my second child, napansin ko na parang tumaba ako. And I'm so lucky to find the best, si Dr. Tess.
Women's bodies change after childbirth. It's almost impossible to get back in shape after having kids. Our Tickle Lipo procedure will get that body back.
Ladies, we can get our sexy back.
Dr. Tess, simply the best.
As soon as we landed in LA, we headed directly to the National Asian American Coalition, NAAC Big Gala, headed by our dear friend Faith Bautista. And I met up with my friend Krista Kleiner. We partied hard and it was so much fun.
You know, it's all about trying to enjoy it and have a good time. I don't know how I keep up with it, but I do. It's one event after another.
The next day was back to work at my Beverly Hills location. My mom came along. She loves Rodeo Drive. Who doesn't?
It's a very known lingo ng the young one.
Paano din naman ako?
Hindi, parang kasi alam mo yung mga artista sa mga Pilipinas parang sabi ko mas grabe pa kaysa yung sa Amerikana dito. Ano ba yan? Hindi, it's a very popular lingo, the gluta. Sabi nila, bakit ang puti-puti mo na? Hindi mo nakapagluta ka.
Once you feel the major one right here.
I'm gonna do the nasolabial fold and the marionette one. So the AccuVein is an amazing device. So it's infrared and it's detecting blood vessels under the skin. So we use it so that we can find the veins and avoid it to minimize bruising and also injecting fillers in the vein. So it's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna be doing some fillers, but before we do all of our fillers treatment, we use the AccuVein to identify the veins, and you can see here all those areas that are dark are filled with blood vessels. So we're going to try to avoid those, mark them ahead, so we try to avoid them. And this patient actually has veins right in the areas that we need to inject, so I'm going to have to try to find ways to avoid it so she doesn't bruise. And we also don't get the filler in the vein, which is not a good thing. So at our clinic today, we have a patient who's getting fillers injected all over her face, including her lips. We call this procedure the liquid time machine, and the results are instant. Every person is different, so I really customize treatments based on what the patient needs. So my patients don't look like everyone else. You look like the best version of you. Ta-da! Looks beautiful. Cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Okay, always good to see you guys. Stay well. Stay healthy. Stay beautiful. Okay, all right, bye.
I wanted to try something more natural.
My husband was complimenting me and saying how young I looked, and it's nice because he's 4 years younger than I am.
The wrinkles, my skin has improved, it's tighter, it's amazing. The youthful look that I have, the freshness.
You just can't describe how it makes you feel inside. I feel good, I feel like I look good, I feel young.
The years have come off. It's a fabulous experience.
In my trade, people go to great lengths to look younger and more beautiful. All you need is Dr. Tess, America's favorite dermatologist.
And with today's technology, there is no need for a facelift, a brow lift, or eyelid surgery. The Time Machine uses the latest technology to make you look 10 to 20 years younger without surgery, so you always look natural.
You should try Dr. Tess's Time Machine. I did, and I couldn't be happier.
Oh, hi everyone. Welcome to Be Your Best with Dr. Tess, where I give you tips to live your best life. And today we're going to talk about your neck. Nowadays, we're always looking at our cell phones, we're always looking at our devices. Our necks are really in trouble. And you know, our family's been through neck surgery with Dr. James, and so neck health is very important to us. So my tips on how to keep your neck healthy and how to avoid injuries in the future are, number one, you want to give yourself a break. I would say every hour, put an alarm on your phone and, you know, move around. You want to kind of stretch your neck side to side, slowly up and down, rotate, and that way, you know, you don't get stuck in one position. Number two, make sure you have the right posture, because even when you're looking at your phone, a lot of us slouch, and yes, it may not be the neck, but when you're slouching, the neck has to go forward, and then you'll have to carry your neck, and that can lead to cervical stenosis and other issues of the neck. And then finally, you know, I'm a dermatologist. A lot of people complain about the lines of the neck. There is such thing as tech neck, and essentially, just like if you keep frowning, you get lines on your forehead. Because of this situation and this movement, we are creasing the neck and you get tech neck. So remember, move around, don't stay in one position, make sure you have good posture, and think about it, maybe not so much for your neck health, but for your skin health, so that you don't get wrinkles there and you don't get tech neck. So that's it today for Be Your Best with Dr. Tess. Till next time.
They're doing well.
You look good, bud.
Thank you. Trying to stay fit.
Yeah, so take a seat.
Thank you. Thank you.
John Singson, one of our patients, came over for a little bit of Botox. John is the grandson of the Filipino political figure Chavit Singson. He's really, really nice.
I'm coming here to look good.
Yeah. So what bugs you?
A lot of my forehead lines, smiling. When I smile on the side, you can see.
Okay. And then frown.
They've never been there.
They've never been there. You're like, oh my god.
Never been there.
Oh, you raise your eyebrows? Okay, and then smile big. Big smile. Okay, yeah. So it goes all the way. So now you're trying to modify your beautiful big smile.
Exactly.
So that you don't, okay, easy stuff. You know, so what we'll do is definitely just put a little bit of Botox. It's the best. And as long as, you know.
It's my first time, so.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, thanks for trusting me. Today is John's first time getting Botox. So I'm explaining to him how it works, how he shouldn't be scared, and he did great. With Botox, what it does is it's working on the muscle. Okay, so these are basically lines that are created by our facial expression. So there are muscles here, around the forehead, and then there's a circular muscle around your eyes. When they contract, and then as we get older, the skin is getting a little thinner. It's easier to fold the skin on top of it.
Got it.
And so that's what happens. That's why you never had these before, because when you were younger and you weren't a dad yet, you know, all this stress accelerates aging a little bit.
Exactly.
And so now those lines are there, and now how we'll address them is we will relax those muscles a little bit, so they're not going to be as strong to fold the skin.
right?
Yeah, so I mean, you can still make expression, and again, we want you to obviously still look very masculine. We want you to look natural. It's just kind of the younger version of you, but you know, unless you tell someone that you're getting it, they shouldn't be able to tell.
Right, okay. I'm
Okay?
excited. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's do it. Botox is botulinum toxin, and essentially it weakens the muscles of facial expressions between your brows, your forehead, and essentially for about 3 to 4, even 6 months, you cannot make those movements, you cannot make your wrinkles. So that's how it works. The best age to start getting Botox is when you're starting to see those lines on your forehead, usually between your brows. You're starting to look more angry, you're starting to look intense, so that you don't develop deep lines in those areas. So some people in their 20s and 30s is a good time to start.
I have a question.
Meeting tonight.
I've been wanting to do the, I know it's not good for my skin, but tanning in the tanning salon.
From a dermatologist point of view,
Avoid it.
you know, it definitely will cause some damage. It will accelerate, you know, aging of the skin, and that could also be why you're like all of a sudden noticing a lot of wrinkles too. Like since you love being out and you know getting tanned and not avoiding sun, your aging is going to be faster than if you were protecting your skin. But if you love it, you know, I mean, it's one of those. The other thing is you may consider taking in a lot of antioxidants, and that can kind of help protect you and your skin, you know, even though you're out in the sun. So, okay? All right, buddy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Alrighty.
Yeah, welcome to the club, John.